Well, the ETC adventures continue, and I will show you guys what I've grinded as kind of a recap for those who don't want to watch, full stuff. However, bear in mind that the games are kind of shit. Alright, ETC is not supposed to be like some kind of competitive deck, but now I'm kind of aiming for that. I'm aiming to not lose that many games. Right now, again, even though I'm in Platinum, there's so many bots. It's still 50% bots, if not more. And it's not that difficult to climb. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. They're still there. Still not dropping. And honestly, now the protection to not drop in rating kind of serves a whole nother purpose, I think. Where you can just, climb to a certain degree and just let the bots feed high-ranked players. I'm not exactly sure what the point is. Like, you would want to grind low-ranked players instead of high-ranked players, right? So none of this makes sense to me. But hey, let's watch some recap. Basically, I've been still changing the deck. The way I want to do it right now is use Consecration, not Consecration, but Equality, so it's back in the deck. But the idea is, because my opponent is forced to play cards, I have to clear the board efficiently. So I even added the fucking Poisonous thing instead of one of the most broken cards, which is the Trainer. Potentially Trainer can still fit in instead of like a Discovery card, but we'll see. It depends how much pressure I am being put on. Jesus. I don't put every... You can have a curve, basically. So the first thing I take out Hagatha. Sucked into a trap. Also, I receive shit comments about... well, it's retaliation comments because I said the Mark video is shit when he played ETC at the same day. I didn't even knew that, but, like, somehow Mark is interconnected. I played ETC, he plays ETC. And, I just was like, oh, his way of doing things sucks entirely. Because he has to do it in Wilds. It's a weird comment. But at least it evolved into a little bit of drama that gave me a little bit of views and a spotlight. Even if it's a negative spotlight. So, keep being salty has been thrown. Which salty only applies to Kriparian, not me. I have a different personality. You don't have to pretend that everything applies to everyone the same exact way. Just because you learned from Kriparian something doesn't mean that you can say the same thing to me. Especially when Kriparian has to take care of a lot of people, has a big fan base that he has built. I got nothing to work with. Just a lot of salty people who are actually trying to, like, discourage me from making YouTube videos. Which is very, very, despicable behavior that is all over YouTube. Just everyone trashing each other. But, like, I just want to make some content. And then there's another sentiment that, like, oh, this content does not belong here, it belongs on Twitch and all that other crap. It's like, well, there's a lot of benefits from just posting things on YouTube. On Twitch, like, no one actually watches the VODs, man, the saved files. But here, people have ability to click on it, especially if it's like a series thing. If I'm documenting something, it seems pretty legit stuff. So all this criticism just keeps on flowing out of people's mouths. They're trying to just, bounce off safely, trash me and just bounce off, and I'm like, well, no, you pick up your trash. So, you know, he says, like, oh, I watched 25 minutes, and, like, I still like Mark's video more, and here's my criticism of your stuff, even though I didn't actually invest. I just got my first impression. Of course, I don't give a fuck about my first impression to you. If you have no experience of, you know, evaluating things objectively, but, you know, this is what happens when you talk to normies. Nothing happens. Nothing interesting happens. They just hold on to their trash opinions because they have to relate to everyone else. They don't necessarily have their own way of thinking or doing things. It's kind of sad. Anyways, I could use more 4-drops, to be honest. Is there something as powerful as Diver? I think Cool Ghoul is actually cool enough for my deck. We'll see. Before he was cool, let's go, baby.
Wow, he just does it.
So, the first thing I've noticed after playing a bunch of games, bots really just die from this thing. They are able to bounce off this 3 times, and then they just die. So it's literally a bot killer. But now I'm thinking, man, I could put this in a control deck easily. Control decks really just would be able to grind out the opponent and make things a lot more complicated. But you have to put enough pressure so when you face another control deck, they don't just take 8 damage. You have to put enough pressure so they can't just float mana and take damage, right? Because that's the requirement. You not only have to take damage, but you have to float at least 1 point of mana. Very tricky thing, I would say.
What a genius.
This is a real player? No. It's a bot, I believe.
Like a gen.
It has to be a bot, yeah. Just dies to the bomb, I think.
That was really
No, it doesn't die to the bomb. I make a misplay, so let's watch this whole thing.
How that it came to existence as that word. It's kind of like a... Like salty.
By the way, like, sometimes my voice mod doesn't work. And I want to have a little bit deeper voice than a fucking baby's voice. Because that's how I hear myself.
It doesn't mean that I am salty. Salty means that I'm stupid. That was...
Now I am salty. The thing about Kriparian, again, he has to, like, maintain a fan base, and he has to maintain interest in the game. So salty means that something bad is gonna happen overall, that he's gonna deviate into something else. So the biggest transition from Arena into Battlegrounds is the saltiest moment ever in Hearthstone's history. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, because technically the salt accumulated, and it's not Kriparian's fault. Arena is a little bit of a toxic place. I'm sure you can do some cool things though in Arena, just like I'm enjoying solo Arena in Elder Scrolls Legends. You can dig a little bit deeper with like synergies and stuff. So I'm sure it was a premature bail basically into the world of like fair games. Because that's what Kriparian needed really badly. Just to feel that the games are fair. So despite taking the damage, taking the fucking bait, I was still able to pull this off.
That was really stupid.
The question is, do you see lethal? Because it's not an easy one. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit awkward. If I smash into this, then I just heal my opponent. But yet there's a lethal on board. It's a cool one.
Holy shit, there's
Yep.
lethal anyways. I was so
He just pinged the location.
scared. Oh my god.
Alright, so let's keep moving. We have a hunter. I believe that's a real player this time. Maybe not.
This is
No, it's
getting
a real
little bit
player.
hectic.
Spamming
Oh,
monkeys, basically.
This will save my ass.
I think I was able to, like, play 3 dragons in this case. Yeah, I'm generating all these dragons.
My message and not his.
And I was able to beat him up with that.
Ridiculous.
I think.
Probably steal. What happened to you? You're waiting for something?
See, 3 dragons right there. There you go. Enjoy.
Alright. Just unless yeah, I just
What happened?
wow. That's pretty good. I like that.
So he took the damage, right? It wasn't like, I just played ETC very recently, and he just takes 8 damage. He doesn't want to bounce it.
Does. One
He did not bounce.
1 mana required. Wow.
That was quite a moment as well, so, I mean, this was a worthy video to post until I started losing quite a bit, which is inevitable, but yeah, I didn't thought there were that many cool moments.
Ow. That's pretty good. I like that. That is.
And yes, this is lethal. You get 2 extra damage from here, the weapon.
Pretty good.
12 damage.
I did not expect that. I did not have lethal.
Yes, I did. I figured. Control Priest just conceded at some point. Because I couldn't draw the ETC. That can be a problem, which is very unusual problem, I'm not gonna lie. In fact, at the start of the game, I used Sir Finley.
Just run dirty, right? But it still works when you draw it.
See, I played Sir
Suck the
Finley.
dirt out of me, man.
And I still didn't got the required cards to get to ETC. And even if I got an ETC, at some point I'm just like losing hope that nothing's gonna happen anyways. Because my hand is getting wasted. And even worse than that, not only am I getting board cleared, but he's actually building his board that I cannot clear. So I get destroyed. Here's another bot. I feel bad. I feel pretty bad right now. He lost everything, man. So, this was a very close matchup. Well, if you that protect needed was 6 damage. This thing, right? It kind of looks similar. Can't see it anymore. This is the ending, so
Oh, take some
probably show the same.
damage for the boys.
But if ETC is gonna proc and kill the opponent, so the only thing I had to do is survive. Basically, make sure that hopefully he doesn't have 1 more damage. So you know, I play these and hope for the best. If we just clear the board, ETC wins the game. Wow. So what happens? Am I right? Isn't that crazy? Or we just get 1 damage. It's really... Yeah. Or just I get 1 damage. That's a cool part. Or we just get 1 damage. Or we just get... I can't afford to play that.
No, we will not get 1 damage. No, not gonna.
Can't afford to trade it.
ETC,
You can win me the game, but he has to not top deck ass. Alright? Let's see. Have we dodged ass? That's a close one, isn't it? That is a weird.
I think we did.
I wonder how many outcast cards there are that would deal damage to your face. What kind of crazy thing they would dodge? So, just like... This doesn't work. This doesn't work. It's literally just this? Huh. It's not as bad as I thought. Just one card out of like 10, 12 cards. That's fair. But he could have gotten a card draw. Again, it's a bot, so potentially I would have died to a real player. But that was kind of cute. We dodged it.
We did it with ETC. This is crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't thought we had so many cool moments in this video. That is... And I still didn't want it to post it because the ending was just kind of a destruction of my ego. Wow.
I've never thought this card is actually good.
Synergy. So I'm switching things around a little bit. Despite, you know, winning games. But I thought, like, okay, I'll just add more removal. So I'll add the hammer and I'll add the board clear. Because generating these dragons was pretty satisfying. I don't know how I got 3 of them. Did I do the servant into explorer? That was like crazy, bro. That was crazy. So this guy just took the bait.
Tell me, man.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to spoil it for you guys. Who's just trying. I mean, the opposite of taking the bait. He did not take the bait. He just took the damage.
He's taking the bait. You can tell, right? You can tell. He's like, there's no other choice. There's absolutely no other.
It's devastating when they just take the 8 damage. So devastating. And I tried to, you know, try to pull, but the moment an 8 drop showed up, like,
choice but to take the bait. I agree, bro.
If he doesn't take the bait, we have to concede. And that's it. 1 mana. This is so bad. And over time, basically, ETC is gonna be weaker and weaker. But you can just kind of slot him in different places. Sometimes just into the other ETC. Basically, stack ETCs together, because that's a thing you can do now. I mean, it's a 4-drop into a 5-drop. It seems pretty legit. If you feel like putting a little bit of a reach for your opponent, just scaring your opponent for the sake of, and for the sake of playing a 5-drop on turn 5. I mean, it actually slots in quite well into the band. Solo, it's a soloist. We found him. That's how soloism works. Oh my god. You generate yourself, a copy of yourself. That's how we roll. That's how solo cards should work. They should generate a copy of themselves if you play them in the solo version. That would be crazy. That would be fucking awesome. I would love that. Like, we have a soloist, right? Maybe that's how I will buff the soloist. Damn, we're just figuring things out. But like, it literally does the same thing as I describe. Except, you know, this should be its own thing. You control no other minions. So just say it's solo. It's a solo minion. So, get a copy of this. And then you can do some more stuff. But because this is a 1-drop Murloc, it already does enough. Even though it's not being played. It's that kind of sucks. I would just, you know, bump it to like 1-3. How about that? That would be pretty sweet, I think. Like, I like this card quite a bit. Of course, it's very difficult to have an empty board, but that's the point. behind every soloist card. It's like, well, let's give them a copy too. It sounds pretty crazy. But Hearthstone is a crazy game, and I think it's very appropriate to just give infinite card drawing away. Maybe there's some better ways to do it. Some better ways to do solo cards, but like this one is pretty sweet. Took the bait. I mean, he didn't take the bait. Yeah, it's very confusing. Did he do it? No? How does that work? But yeah. You did not took the bait by taking the damage, is how it actually supposed to be said, but my brain cannot understand that. It's funny how people... Let's fucking go. That's another bot. Not from me, my friends. You will not receive silence from me. How crazy is that, right? I am allowed to be negative, guys. Unfortunately. Because I am the only man who actually generates positivity often enough. It's very difficult to find a person like myself. Despite being super duper poor. And disliked. And all kinds of shit that I have to deal with. Why am I so motivated, right? Is the question. I'm motivated because I have nothing better to do. Alright? That's more valuable to my life. I literally just live and breathe YouTube, and honestly, it's good enough for me. Alright, big boy. Oh, it's a fucking bot. Because, you know, it's the best place you can be is a social platform. And this just fits the bill very well. But when it comes to card game enthusiasts, they're antisocial, so fantastic. Fantastic stuff. I completely agree. Flush yourself down the toilet if you belong in that group of people. Alright, if you just exclusively card game nerd. It's like, what the fuck? Like, it's very... So, was it... Double the price? Was it a bot or not? I can't tell yet. It has to be a bot. It's funny how people think that they can win an argument against me. It's almost like their entire life revolved around shoving arguments down someone's throat when they didn't like... Yeah, it's a bot. So he took a little bit of damage, and that's enough to, you know, finish the game. Which is absolutely satisfying. To be able to beat up bots a little bit faster, you know. If you're making content as well, it's really helpful. ETC can speed things up. I'll take that anytime. I'm very arrogant because I'm... So let's see, the warrior just beating me up. Being ignored all the card for the finale event. I mean, thanks for letting me know. So, it took me a long time to be able to resist the pressure, because the pressure is here on the board. Look at the amount of tempo he has. I think I set up for turn 5. To do just relax and start watching. You're supposed to do that. Was I able to? No. Are you sure? I buffed it. At least he doesn't have removals. It puts all this stuff there to kill this. So yeah, you call... I generate this to be able to defend myself. This lasts a little bit longer. Yeah, this is very... I'll let you guys do it yourselves. Am I always in pressure to never be able to summon TTC? By the way, I did not expect... I still don't got ETC, but I played the court already. Oh, this is so bad with the weapon. Still under pressure. Oh, God. And now, if I play the dragon, once this reappears, now we have 3 tones to go through, and things get a lot worse from here, as you can tell. The copy does not generate pirates, though, and I get confused. 3 cards that he has. So he just summons 3 creatures. It's not appropriate for me to trade. What do I do? Technically, there's nothing I could have done that would have been productive. Even killing an 8-1 is kind of weird. So I just clear the board and all that shit respawns. See, just to deal 8 damage. That's it. That's how it works. It's surprising. Yeah, it's a little bit surprising, but I couldn't defeat the
Still
dude.
pretty good.
Yeah, even though I'm dealing 8 damage to him, but not really, because he's gonna get the pirates, and honestly, he can just fill up the mana just from that. We're based on. And even if I don't trade into it, he will do it himself. Unless there's a way to build a taunt, which I don't think so. I don't know if I changed the ETC, but I wanted to add like healing in there. Oh, the game is not over yet. Which is I lost the game. So that was weird. I made a huge mistake. I should have killed that shit. We're at the end of the video, and it's still kind of a highlightable game. I'm confused, guys. Shit. Oh, it wouldn't do anything. Oh my god, it's such a stupid thing with the Colossals. Again, I was really scared that he's gonna get a bunch of... Oh, new quest. That was weird. I was scared that he was gonna get a bunch of pirates. And it's not gonna work out. This is kind of pointless in this case. I almost... Maybe it was pointless, like, to trade, to fully trade. Leaving a 1-1 is kind of fine. I have to allow him to... I don't know, it's interesting. Seems correct. Well, I could have kept the weapon as well. Just traded these things in. This is just a wrong trade, to be honest. Like, you trade this, and then you take 3 damage from here instead of damaging this. So I could have had a little bit more tempo. That could have helped quite a bit. We'll see. It's kind of a misplay-ish thing. But I attacked face anyways, which also opens up him to trade here. But then I have another dance floor. If I smash his face, he has to bounce back. He just has to start bouncing. Wait, what? 2 pirates? What happened? No, he got 3 pirates and drawn a card. I investigated and figured that out. Yeah, that's a pirate. That pirate just won him the game instantly, heals back full, because that's Wind Fury fucking cancer, basically. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's this stupid fucking panda-looking thing. Excuse me? Look at my superpowers, boys. Oh, I guess let's not watch me getting disintegrated into dust. Re-equip it. But you can hear. He gets 3 pirates. Oh, it doesn't do anything. Well, we barely get to see it. But yeah. The stupid fucking panda thing. Now I'm getting PTSD from this thing, and honestly, if it's so playable, I might consider adding to my decks. It's like, damn, this thing is crazy. It just heals for 12. Just like that. And it has poisonous, so it kills my 8/8. It's like, what the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? So put him at 12, right? And he heals 12. And still gets a 6/1 on board. Which is enough pressure to... Oh, well... put me in a terrible spot right now. Oh, and they are discounted. I forgot that part. These pirates are discounted. Thank you, Nelly. Good job. So yeah, even though I'm able to bounce it back, I'm not able to survive anymore. Reset the game, boys. It's unbelievable. Even though it doesn't do anything. Well, I do get to heal. I do choose to play that. Well, here we go. It's a no-brainer, technically. Is this appropriate? Or do we play this instead? Technically, with that, I clear more minions. I clear this and that, and I bump into this. I can... But the problem is this thing, alright? This thing is a problem. And, well, you get to see the reason why I insta-concede. I can't play that. Technically, maybe it was wrong to auto-concede, because, like, he might not be able to bounce it, but he was able to dodge the damage, right? He's gonna get buffing. We'll see. Gonna get juicy. Basically, you know, if I improve my deck, I shouldn't be in positions like that. But, it is what it is. It's just not bad. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of this game. So, yeah, we have good stuff here. So maybe I prematurely conceded. He just summons like a giant thing. Maybe I didn't even check how much damage he takes. I can't believe lifesteal exists, man. And they just print out as many lifesteal cards as possible. It's secretly lifesteal. It's so funny. Even though there's not a lot of lifesteal cards, by any means. Well, at least you get benefits for playing a bunch of different tagged creatures. I'm sure that's pretty hard to do. There's not a lot. I already summoned a dragon. I have a Murloc in there. That's it. Technically, I have an undead 5-drop. You can come up with a way to create that stupid life-stealing nonsense. At least neutrals. But like Sardenathrius was one of those. And here we go. Big-ass idiots. I didn't check, didn't I? To pop out. Yeah. But even if I did survive, I mean, I did get to see it. It was like 14 damage or something. Something insignificant. It could have been even 20 damage, and it's still insignificant because I have no way of dealing damage past this point with cards like these. So I think it was appropriate for me to concede. You tell me. And then I lost this game and I just gave up on the idea. Doesn't mean I win games, I just beat people up. You can already feel... No, I was doing fine. I climbed, technically, from rank 8 to 7, so... Obviously we're grinding bots and we have star bonus. It is what it is. Obviously, chosen minion. So I have to play the 1-drop. At least we have this. So how do I get it crushed? Good deck out of this. No pun intended, because I don't get actually crushed. Like, it just fucks you up so badly. It's like you're drunk for free. You didn't even have to drink or buy beer. You just got drunk. I think that's pretty legit experience. Pretty legit Joe Rogan experience, man. So yeah, that's a very simple conclusion I make. You can disrespect. I could have, I would have had like a bunch of equalities in my hands. Not really useful in this situation, but maybe that would have been helpful overall. Let's
Make
see
sure
it.
your brain doesn't rot while you do that. So I've heard that's pretty common. You know, I will defend myself. Like, that's what's going on, right? Most people think they just can pickpocket and nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, don't be a fucking idiot. That just allows evil to flourish. Even if, like, you get away with crime, how long until karma hits you back? And it's like, at least learn that shit. At least learn how devastating karma actually is. Because it's crazy.
Bruh. You're gonna
Right.
be in a fucking ditch. You might even lose a few bones. I might find them juicy.
I do tend to be evil myself when I get angry.
I don't play around with pickpockets. I don't play around with people who are just straight up annoying.
But the funny thing is, if you just ask for it, and you ask me to show my powers, yeah, no problem. Let's just wait a little bit, alright? Let's learn patience, and you'll see my powers. You'll see, because usually all it takes is like, well, wake up the next day, and then we start talking. And then wake up the next day afterwards. And then you will get into a pattern to talking to me, and then you realize, now you're in trouble. Because you will never be able to, like, generate respect back. But you kind of have to talk to me every day to not lose sanity as well. So now you're trapped. How about that? For a strategy in life. And they get away with that, you know? That's pickpocketing of my self-esteem. You just take... Imagine you pickpocket something that I don't even give a fuck about. But then you get addicted in pickpocketing specifically me, because I'm the only one around. And it's like, well... It's kind of like throwing a golden nugget, and it's like, well, pick that up off the ground. It's not a trap whatsoever. It's just like, somehow I'm in control of this whole situation and interaction. And whatever you thought was a gold nugget is just your broken perspective.
Take a little bit of self-esteem here and there.
Who and what I'm talking about, I'm just clustering haters in general. And evil people in general. We'll see. We'll see if it works out, guys. Like, oh, you're just a nobody, bro. So yeah, even if I deal like the 8 damage, nothing happens. The horn cannot generate too much tempo. It can just shut down big minions. So I'm really in a bad spot, and I just need more cards, apparently. Basically, I miss Hagatha. And technically, you know, that's what created Mr. Beast in a way. Ah, that's why I conceded. You can already feel the pain and suffering of, what is it? 21 points of tempo being generated. I could have, you know, horned these things out of here, but I ran out of cards, so what's the point? I don't think I even care about the draw. It's also, like, weird that it was infused, so I was pretty upset. Well, slot machine sometimes give you a middle finger, but overall, like, the deck actually is not horrible. Very surprising. I was willing to just do an experiment, but we can, like, literally play this deck and not cry about it. I mean, you can build a control deck fairly easily, and this is sort of in that category where I just never really run out of cards, and I put a threat of, like, you have to play cards and use up your mana crystals. It's not as easy as it seems. Alright, real games, boys. 20 minutes left. We cleaned up the video a little bit, but you can see, even though I'm just recapping the video, that still takes 40 minutes. Congratulations, guys. There's nothing I can do. It's always going to be an hour. Suck it up. I added Disco Mall as well. It's probably just a no-brain addition just for the sake of tempo. And even if it just generates a +2, +2, +3, +3, I get to choose when to offload the pressure onto my opponent. That is not what I want to draw, but thank you for asking. Oh, it's that stupid thing with a double death rattle, which I will instantly concede to. Don't worry about that, guys. So potentially it's good enough to kill this thing before it hatches multiple disasters into my mouth. I don't know how I will recover from this. That's a card. I mean, I almost like have to play it, which is the weirdest thing. Then I could play this. Let's just do this into that. I don't have a 6 drop. I will immediately get ETC. I don't know if it's appropriate to play ETC right now, because it's a lot of pressure. If he doesn't clear, then he's gonna get punished. I'm very satisfied with that. That is very satisfying. He's just going all in, basically. Which, you know I'm very happy for. I just can't quite take advantage of this. But I'll just let him do it. I will heal next turn, very likely. Just gonna go with... No? Fuck this shit. It's impossible now. It's impossible. So that can happen. 'Cause that's Hearthstone. And anyone with this card bag, you know they're a bot. It's almost 100% chance. Which is kind of weird that they don't even hide it in this case. Just weird. Not sure what this is doing here. I guess it's like a cheaper version of this, of a deck. But I'm still like baffled. Like, why am I playing bots? I'm a dude with win rate and stuff. Do I really deserve this? Am I really that bad? But it makes no sense, because like bots are just so much easier to beat than real players. Like let's say 10 times easier. Just to give you a contrast. How crazy it is. They have to get really lucky. It's the only thing that can beat me in this case. There's so many ways to just control this bot population that their existence should baffle everyone in this community. It's like the easiest thing to do is just clean up the bots and block the players and maybe even fucking empty their wallets while you're at it, you know? Alright, let's see it. We do this. We do that. Absolutely. Thank you very much. I will do... I'll just kill this thing. I mean, that works. What? Fuck yeah, bro. Get out of here. So relaxing. Yeah, another reason why women are in control of the world, because we're slowly losing sanity to these stupid games that don't actually feed us influence whatsoever. Often enough. Like, we're not learning some crazy social concepts that are just genuinely helpful in life. We have to constantly learn new things. It's a requirement. There's too many things to learn to begin with. You can't just sit and manifest a basement environment for yourself. Because you just become less safe if you don't expand your comfort zone. But hey, we'll never know how nerdy these people are. We'll never know until we get to meet them. I'm just like personally backed into a corner and I found myself here. But everyone else, potentially they're just willingly sacrificing the beauty of life for this crap. And now we get to fight bots for free. Like, out of all things considered, like, Russians are making bots. How the fuck did they have time to do that? You know? Aren't they, like, in constant, you know, detrimental day-to-day torture, in a way? But I have stopped following that. I will have to make a video about Russia, man. I'm not sure if it's gonna be coupled with India, because these are kind of different vibes in there. And somehow the other Middle East countries don't even exist. That's a real player, right? He has a card back that he stole from me. So it must be real player. He's also wasting my time. Alright, so we have a control matchup. We have to put just enough pressure so he can't just wash away the ETC. So, oh yeah, this is gonna counter control decks. I totally forgot. That was so powerful. Somehow my mouse started fucking glitching and switching pages, and I'm like, what are you trying to say, mouse? Like, yeah, I still pretend to have psychic abilities. Because I do have them. But in this case, like, this is now pure magic. My mouse acting up and trying to tell me something. Yeah, thank you. It's gonna sit in my brain forever now. Technically, I could do the thing. We're just looking for that stupid ETC card. And I'm gonna play at appropriate time. That's a pretty interesting card to just pull out of his hand. Yeah, not you. Let's double the stats, that's pretty good. And get even more stats for free. I don't even need to use corpses. I do think this is better, though it's 2 mana and I already have the requirement. So, maybe I can even fill up the hand. Well, here's an asshole move that I have to respond to.
For justice.
Technically, we just play this. Alright. think I got it. If we're desperate, we're playing Malagos. It's a very funny thing. It happened beforehand. If you saw that priest matchup, I used Malagos. Alright. This is just to really put him in a miserable spot. Where he also, like, wants to Borkler a bunch. Prematurely, almost. Because he's gonna run out of those cards. Those are pretty precious things in his hand that he's just wasting freely. And I appreciate. Let's just play it. We're probably gonna fill up the hand now if I don't get ETC cards. I could give it one more shot, but there's nothing else to couple it. So we just pull things out of here. Again, you don't get to mill cards, except one card. Actually, that was another highlight. Oh my god. I didn't show you guys. No, it was a crazy video after all. And here goes another stupid crazy thing, apparently. Oh my god. It's the dumbest thing ever. Yeah. Maybe I'll show you for the ending after we fight against another one of these idiots. Another final boss being, well, the Blood Knight that will still beat me in some peculiar fashion. So fucking annoying, bro. Well, we got that. Let's put pressure now. Alright, that's nice. That's very nice. Please, run out of Borklers anytime soon, thank you. He casted 3 of them now. And a massive silence. Here comes another one. Oh my god. Literally, I played a 9-mana legendary spell. Oh, I just played my 5-mana Borkler. Wow! I put so much effort and strategy, guys. What the fuck? And now I lose. As you can tell. It's so fucking disturbing. I can't. Oh my god. That is a Jesus mode. Get out of here, bro. Alright, now you have to sacrifice your stupid 8-drop. No, he's gonna have a removal. It's a fucking given to him. 3-drop. You summon a 7-mana 16/16. Here's my 3-drop. Okay, you need a silence for that one. What the fuck is this shit? I'm playing Beetlejuice. I'm playing a dude that pressed a button to automatically complete the fucking deck. Are you kidding me, bro? This is miserable, bro. It's literally impossible to beat Blood Knight. How do people do that? Can someone explain how to beat Blood Knight? I literally can't understand what I'm looking at. That's that. Alright. He asked for it. Let's smash him. Hit me, baby, one more time, am I right? Let's go, baby. Fucking die, bitch! You deserve it. More than anyone else in the world. Stupid Blood Knights. I just answered my own question, to be honest. Let's find that stupid game. Just you wait till the end. Wait for it.
Like, I'm not drawing it at all. Like, we shuffled 6 cards.
Come on, man! Triple silence! Look at this fucking new meta breaker. Triple fucking silence. Ultra legendary strategy. Fuck yeah, let's go, baby. I have no idea what the fuck is going on, bro. This is beyond my understanding. We have to just go and smash as hard as we can. Fucking smash him. This is so stupid. Triple silence instead of removals. Still works flawlessly. Jesus Christ. I can't even beat the Beetlejuice version of this stupid deck without getting tortured by 4 Borklers. There you go, 40 card deck, guys. But 4 Borklers guaranteed. Yeah, we go removal. We could still potentially get something that deals damage. It's just wishful thinking, but you know, I want to have it. I mean, we could get 3 damage. We could get 3 damage. And we lost. Fantastic. Well, we're never playing against Blood Knight ever again. It's literally impossible. Nothing I throw at him sticks whatsoever. And I can clear his board twice. Nope. Not good enough. Oh my god, this is absolute insanity. And he gets to infuse Sylvanas. It's like everything combined into one cancerous ending. On top of that, look at this shit.
13 cards left, and we're not drawing any of these.
Blah blah blah. I play Malagos, and guess what
Don't
happens?
listen seriously anymore.
Guess what happens next?
Alright.
I'm gonna mute myself because I kind of spoiled the fucking ending. I know this song is copyrighted, you know, by Sylvanas, the Windrunner. Oh wow, you got a dragon. So you know I already lost, but I still want ETC. And the funny thing is... Blah blah blah, he has a perfect board of giant dragons and all kinds of shit. And ghosts, giant dragons and ghosts. Look at that shit. Alright, end of turn, please. He kills a 1/1 because that's legit thing to do. And, well, bye ETC. Just a cherry on top, you know. It's like... I couldn't draw ETC until it was too late. It was too late. Anyways. I mean, this is some crazy shit. ETC is a weird card. You have to have it in your deck, otherwise you're an asshole. Alright? So anytime someone doesn't add ETC in their deck, you have to remind them to do so. Remind them! Send a reminder. They have to know. Alright, see you guys next time. Or you will take 8 damage if you don't spend all your mana. I'm watching someone's videos. I'm watching you, bro.